Welcome to A Vision for You. We are an 11-step focused Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. We are based in Reno, Nevada. We meet at the Triangle Club on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. and on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. at the Dryers Club. We use prayer and meditation to receive peace of mind and to pursue unity and fellowship inside and outside of these rooms. All are welcome at whatever level you are at today.
Hello and welcome to A Vision for You. My name is Steve and I'm an alcoholic. Today we'd like to do a meditation on the first step. For those who aren't accustomed to meditating, we're going to just start with a simple breathing exercise and then a fast body scan. Not fast, but we move through a body scan and then we'll talk a little bit about the first step. We'll have a little bit of quiet time at the end. And we'll come back with the bowls and some breathing. And hopefully you can continue your day in a refreshed and natural state. So, without further ado, if you care to join me in an exhale, we'll begin. Breathing in and breathing out. Long, deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in and then let it out. Deep breath in, let it out. If it feels comfortable to close your eyes, deep breath in, and let it out. Getting connected to our breathing, breathing in, connected to the moment, breathing out. Meditation occurs for me in particular when I step into the gap between two thoughts and open up myself to that space, that quietness inside. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. We're slowing down our body, breathing in, slowing down our mind, breathing out. Now allow our breath to go to a natural rhythm. We're just conscious of it. We're not trying to control it. Everything here is exactly where it needs to be, exactly as it has to be. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Sit here, relax, and breathe. And then if you would like to join me in a body scan, just real fast, from the bottom of the feet up to the crown of the head, we're going to start by bringing our awareness to our feet, where they're connected to the earth, carry us on through our days. Feel where they're connected to the earth, connected to the moment. We have that good sense of being grounded, anchored to this place, anchored to this time. We can slowly bring our awareness up. And we're not really trying to change anything or fix anything. Just accepting ourselves right as we are, how it feels to be right here, right now. Keeping our attention on our breathing and then searching the body for any tension, any muscle pain, or anywhere that we're holding on. We just want to let it go. Bring your awareness up through the knees, to the thighs, to the sit bones. Just breathing into this space. Relaxing deeply and fully into the moment. Then up the front body, to the belly button, to the rib cage. If it feels good to place a hand on your chest, just observe the rise and the fall of the chest as we're breathing. Slipping into the meditative state, that space between two thoughts. Connected to our breathing, connected to our life in a spiritual way. And then bringing our awareness up through the shoulders and the neck, across the face. Are we relaxed? If it feels good to put a little smile on the corners of your lips. A little gratitude for the time that you're taking. And up across the eyes, the forehead. A last little bit of tension maybe holding between your eyebrows. Just let that go. Let it be smooth, calm, and relaxed. And now in this meditative state, I invite you to stay connected to the breathing, connected to the earth, to the sounds of the bowls. My name is Steve and I am an alcoholic. I talked a little bit about the first step as it's written and described in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. The first step says, we admitted that we are powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable. This is the foundation point of all 12-step recovery. It is a complete admission of powerlessness, of unmanageability, how a simple act which brings so many people so much joy has created a place in my life, in our lives, of utter destruction, misery, and hopelessness. The big book says, for most of us, drinking means conviviality, joyous times. but not so for us real alcoholics. We can continue to drink long past any joy, any goodness, any fun. We drank friends away, loves, jobs, cars, and each one of those things, when it left a scar on our heart, a shameful mark on our mind, until it seemed like the only thing that might possibly help us forget is the one thing that was robbing us of all the goodness in our life. And we're trapped in hopelessness, self-disgust, fear, and loathing. By some miracle, we find ourselves in Alcoholics Anonymous. And we hear that our elders, old timers, talking about changing their lives. They describe the loneliness that we're feeling in ways that help us remember that sharp pain, that loss. But you look at them, and the first thing you see is that they're happy. They're at peace with themselves. They have love. They have respect. They have compassion for others. They have a sense of purpose. They have laughter. They have freedom. Oh, how I missed laughter when I was drinking. How I miss that sense of companionship, being around people with smiles on their faces. And these are the things that I thought alcohol was going to do for me. But instead, this is what it did to me. And I was lost. And people in the meetings that I would go to get my little court card signed, we're talking about the same problems, but they weren't running from them. And what they were saying was that when they got to the part in the big book, chapter 3, more about alcoholism, they had just the slightest glimmer of hope that this backwards thinking of admitting that I was powerless over my drinking might be exactly what it is that I needed to stop drinking. This might be the thing that could bring me hope, freedom, joy, So, my sponsor and I, we read this. Most of us have been unwilling to admit we were real alcoholics. Nobody likes to think that they're bodily and mentally different from their fellows. I don't know about most of us, but when I heard that, that was a total sense of coming home. Yeah, I was afraid to admit that I was bodily and mentally different. I was afraid of everything. But if this is the admission price to a brand new life, then for once I could just tell the truth about how I felt and what I was experiencing. It was explained to me that it doesn't take that much to really be an alcoholic. You don't have to lose everything, although I had. Don't have to live under a bridge, although I was. To be considered an alcoholic, I just have to be willing to admit that I can't control my drinking. That once I start, I'll stop. Either when my body runs out or my money runs out, or the police come and put the handcuffs on. But it's never because I was having a good time and it was time to stop. That never was my story. Every time I drank, I lost control of the amount I was going to drink. And that was true from the first time to the last time. So that's the bodily part. The mental part was my deepest and darkest secret. I was convinced people could see inside my thought process. They would lock me up forever. I was unable to control my thinking. Things would happen. My mind would go round and around and around the problem, but it couldn't or wouldn't look for a solution. Just that depression would build, and that frustration. And I was the only one, I thought, that felt this way. But that mental obsession, that's the earmark of alcoholic thinking. Or, if you will, that's the truth of my alcoholic mind. But by admitting that I was powerless over alcohol and that my thinking had made my life unmanageable, I was embarking on the journey that so many alcoholics before and after have built wonderful and beautiful lives upon the 12 steps that lead us to freedom. This time, we'll have a short, quiet time. At this time, I invite you to join me on another deep breath in. And release. Again with a deep breath in. And release. Two more like that. Deep breath in. And release. And last one. Deep breath in. And release. Remember, the first step is the admission to your brand new life. Thank you for allowing me to be of service today. Namaste.